As Pastor Lauren said, my name is Harmison. I'm a junior at Roanoke College, and my family and I are members here at Muhlenberg. I'm excited to share with you today what youth ministry at Muhlenberg has meant to me, my faith, and my life journey. Earlier this week, when Pastor Lauren asked me to share about my experience in youth ministry, I jumped on the opportunity. And as I sat and reflected on what youth ministry has meant to me in my life, I realized just how impactful it has been on every aspect of my life. I would not be who I am standing here today without the youth ministry program I grew up in. The amazing youth ministry program I experienced here led me to be a faithful servant, encouraged me to be a fierce advocate and compassionate friend, and provided me with an intentional faith community where I felt welcomed, heard, and cared for. My experience in youth ministry was so positive because Muhlenberg fostered a space where I could come as I was. I didn't need to have all the questions answered. I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to be myself. Because when we would gather and talk about our lives and the hard things going on in the world, we were there for each other. None of us had it all figured out. And honestly, I still don't, but that's okay. That's what this lifelong faith journey is about. It's about surrounding yourself with people who are asking the same kinds of questions as you and figuring it out together. At its core, youth ministry is about participating in God's action with and for young people. It's a ministry that's powered by our raw humanity, one where all who are involved do not feel like they need to sand down the rough edges of their humanity, but instead embrace the roughness and use it to connect with others like Velcro. One of the books I've read in my studies on youth ministry throughout my time at Roanoke is Andrew Root's Taking Theology to Youth Ministry. Here, Root points out that it is our own emptiness that enables us to participate in God's action. It is our own emptiness that allows us to grab onto the rough edges of those around us. Youth ministry is about providing a space where young people feel comfortable embracing their emptiness and feel welcome to grab onto each other, ask the hard questions, and be like God for each other. One of my mentors coming through the youth ministry program at Muhlenberg always told me that cared for people care for people. And it wasn't only the ministry at Muhlenberg that cared for me. Virginia is blessed with an amazing synodical youth ministry program that connects you across the Virginia Synod and fosters intense, intentional Christian communities specifically designed for young people. Being involved in this program connected me to some of my best friends in the whole world, introduced me to Roanoke College, and provided me with leadership opportunities that I would not have had if not for the youth ministry program at Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg now has a unique opportunity to care for the young people of our church. Your generosity through the Strength for Today and Bright Hope for Tomorrow campaign will allow the youth coming up behind me to engage in the same intentional faith community that has benefited my life in more ways than I can imagine. So now I encourage you to care for and support the youth of Muhlenberg so they can be equipped to care for and serve themselves, their peers, and the next generation to come. Thank you.